You guys, having just taken out a rather large undead platoon on the surface, Rattle was going through a crate of various minerals, with Berg just sort of pocketing. What did you grab? The amethyst?
He grabbed the gold.
Berg got the gold as well. You guys are just sort of looting some of the crates on the surface there. And Mondo, you went down into the cavern with Rak'Shata.
And Vigo behind.
And Vigo. Vigo sort of following suit behind you guys, checking out certain doors, looking for his stuff. Thank you. Still furious from the battle before and slightly wounded. You guys are walking along, and like I said before the break, there was two wooden doors closer to the entrance of the cavern itself, and as you got further down, probably about 30-35 feet, which is where you're at, there's an iron door, and past that the tunnel just continues to wind and meander in different paths, continuing downward.
Okay. I don't think that it could have opened and closed this door perfectly within the short amount of time I've been trailing behind it, do I?
You would have heard it.
Okay, so and we didn't hear it, so
Nope.
I'm going to just keep going down the tunnel. If they stop to loot, that's their business, but I at least want to get a handle on what we're facing against here.
We can loot when we're done.
Yeah, on the way out.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Are you going to check out any of the other crates on the surface while they're going through here?
Sure, why not?
Alright.
I'm already here.
You crack open a more medium-sized crate beside the one that you were just going through. Once you get it open, you see that there are several large pouches sort of tucked in the corner of this crate, and then there's just a pile of roughly spherical amber-colored stones.
A whole crate of yellow diamonds.
Is Oswald peeping in on him? I know I'm not there, I'm just asking.
Oswald is, he's checking out some crates in a different area. You can roll a history check if you'd like, real quick.
I was actually going to take one of the amber stones and show it
To Oswald?
Mhm.
So, you get Oswald's attention, he sort of turns around and is like, oh, hello! What is it you have there? This is exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you so much. And he attempts to take it from you. Do you pull it back? Do you let him have it?
I don't need it.
Oh, okay. So he just sort of swipes it from you and looks down into the crate. He's just like, oh! He puts the one that you just found and starts trying to cover this crate back up and nailing it shut. Let's see how quickly he nails it shut. He finds one nearby, and it only takes him a solid 30 seconds to get the top of it situated, hits each of the sides, and it seals back. Yep. So he's just sort of sitting on top of this crate now, swinging his legs, whistling, waiting on you guys.
Can't believe I told the freaking Earth Elemental to stay there with him.
I mean, you can still change your mind if you feel.
Roll concentration, because I don't know what the effective range of control is for that elemental.
I don't know either. What'd you say?
Concentration, so constitution.
Oh, 18.
18. You maintain concentration. You feel like you've got a pretty solid mental connection with this elemental. You're no longer nauseous and on the verge of vomiting away your concentration.
Okay. Can I tell him to try and go through the door?
I've passed the door already, I believe.
I mean, can I talk to him telepathically? Is a better question.
You can command it. It doesn't like speak back to you or anything, but if you think a command, you're sure that it would follow it.
In that case, I want to see if he can fit through the doorway with Rattle, because I don't want Rattle or what's his dick to get got by this thing that I can't concentrate.
So you're worried that the thing that you're telling to pick them up is going to turn on them. So
yeah, if I'm not there to concentrate on it, I don't know how long. It's only
Okay.
an hour, right?
I believe so,
It's
yeah.
only an hour, and then it like. How long has it been?
Since the end of combat, maybe like 30 seconds.
Since the beginning.
I mean, it's negligible. It was like 5 turns,
Yeah.
maybe a minute
Yeah.
at most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we
You
got
still have 59 minutes left.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell Mr. Elemental in my mind's eye. I'm gonna tell him where my fleshies are hiding, and I'm gonna tell him to come down the stairs or try to go through the corridor that leads to where we are, and I like give him a mental image of like the doors that we see.
Okay. He scoops Rattle up and Oswald off of the grate, and he's like, "Wait! No! No! No, it's right there! Don't you see? Don't you see it?" Sort of kicking and screaming the whole way. Rattle's just, are you flailing at all, or are you just letting it happen?
I'm just letting it happen.
Rattle's
can't
just
do
sort of lying limp there in this elemental's arms, like, Tuesdays. On autopilot as this thing is making its way towards the cave. It is not large enough to fit through the cavern entrance, but as it steps forward into the entrance of the cavern, the top of its body just passes into the rock, and it continues walking forward while it's moving through the stone.
What? That's cool.
Holding you guys so that you're still passing through the actual cavern without hitting the walls.
Oh wow. What about Berg?
Berg is staying with the crate. He's just seeing all of the pouches that were inside of it. He's like ready. Yeah. So are you opening any of the doors along the way?
Like I said, I still haven't heard one open or close, right? So, have I passed more than just the iron door at this point?
Yeah, 2 wooden doors.
Fuck it. I'll stop on the second wooden door.
Okay.
And open it up. Or attempt to, anyway.
Yeah, you turn the knob, it unlatches, and you open it up, and there's just a couple of beds in here, a side table, a set of what appears to be Karnathi armor on display. It's a more ornate set than what the undead soldiers were wearing.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to my door and see what's going on.
You get to him, and you guys are starting to hear the elemental's footsteps making their way down the cavern.
Oh yes, I gave him a mental message, Wando. Don't worry, that's not an enemy.
Nice.
That's the elemental. He
That's
should
good
be
to know.
bringing Rattle and Oswald.
I hope he's careful with them. I'm gonna just, I'm not putting my stomach onto the ground, but looking under the beds.
Under the bed,
Just hovering right above the ground.
perception. Are you using the Eyes of Minute scene?
Sure.
Or Minute scene?
Yeah.
Okay. Advantage.
Wait, but that's only for investigation checks that I get to use that,
Is
I
it?
believe, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was investigation or perception for an area
Let me
the size of
Let
an
me
inch.
double check. Nope, Only intel investigation.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, since you're not looking for anything in particular, they wouldn't be much help to you.
Yeah. 4.
4. You look under. You don't see any creatures or anything special. Bunch of dust. Underside of a bed. There's springs. That's about it.
And then the last thing I'll do in the room before I leave Rak'Shata to it to check, I'll turn over the pillows, knock them off the bed, see if there's anything in them.
Turn over the pillows. There's a crumpled up piece of paper underneath one.
Grab it.
You sort of unfurl it in your hands, and it looks as though one of the undead soldiers was attempting to reteach itself how to write post-death.
Oh.
It had common letters all written correctly, and then sort of vaguely similar scribbles next to them, trying to maintain its sense of self after death.
I'm gonna iron it out a little bit with my hands, fold it up, put it in my bag.
Okay.
Anything under the other pillow?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll. The armor. Does it look like it fit any of us? I know I can't use it, but
It looks a little big for you and Rattle. It may fit on Rak'Shata.
Nice. Can I do a perception for any traps around the armor? Because he didn't do anything else when he saw it.
You can investigate for traps, yeah. In the cavern itself, or just in that room?
Well, I went to the room to see Mondo, so when I heard armor, so. +1. Hey, 17.
17, nice. So you're checking around the room, and you're looking for pressure plates and anything that might be out of place. You're looking around the ceiling and then the walls. You're not really seeing anything too suspicious. You check out the rack that the armor was on. Nothing too suspicious. You look under the beds to double check after Mondo, and there's a stone that is a slightly different shade of tan underneath the bed.
I'm gonna press it.
Okay. So
Could be a secret passage.
good.
So you just put your palm down on the stone and attempt to press it. It doesn't move.
Okay, can I lift it up then?
So
Or try to
Rak'Shata just shoves the bed out of the way real quick. Are you
across the room.
Are you using anything to like pry it up, or you
I got a pry
just
bar,
your fingers?
baby.
Okay. So
Straight up pry bar.
you take. do that again.
Oh no.
Yes,
Someone-
please.
Nope.
I love that. Okay. You take the pry bar out of the bag of holding, sort of stick it between the two stones, pop it open, boop! Flips over and hits the other stones, making a clattering sound. And there's just a small little dug trench. Not trench, but...
Like a divot?
Yeah.
Dirt divot?
Dirt divot. And there's 3 small pouches.
Shiny. I grabbed them. I grabbed all 3 pouches.
Okay. Are you checking what's in them, or are you
Yeah.
just throwing them away?
Of course I'm gonna check what's in them.
All right.
Rak'Shata is a curious kitty cat.
One of the pouches has 10 platinum in it.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Who's got the least amount of gold and platinum?
Me. Berg's not there.
Berg's not there.
Oh. Damn, where'd all his money go?
No, he's a liar.
Oh,
He's
yeah, that's true.
greedy.
A little asshole.
Anyway, what else is in the next bags?
In the second bag is 3 medium vials.
Yeah, I see them. And the
They contain a mysterious purplish liquid.
Ooh.
3 vials. Purple. Okay, 10 platinum. Okay. And the last
the last bag, there is just there is a perfectly square piece of the same looking material that the dragon shards are composed of, except this one isn't in an orb. It's just like a slab of dragon shard.
Oh, that might. Mondo.
Yes,
Come
yes,
over here.
yes.
Come back from behind the pinned bed where I put you.
Come over.
There's Rak'Shata.
Yes.
I hold the chunk of dragon shard to his neck to see if it helps like alleviate pain or if it makes it glow or whatever. Because if it's a more pure source.
You press the square dragon shard piece to Mondo's neck, and it sort of refracts the dim light that comes off of his dragon shard, or dragon mark, excuse me. Other than making it look like it's underwater, it hasn't really done anything.
Okay. Never mind. I throw it in the bag.
It was
I
cool.
tried. Did it feel cold?
Yes,
Any
actually.
reaction?
Yeah, it probably
was
been
cold.
sitting there for a while. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
At this point, the elemental gets to the room that you guys are currently at and sets Oswald and Rattle down.
Oh, there you go, guys.
Yeah.
I also break out the vials that were in the bag, and I give one to Mondo and I give one to Rattle.
Thanks.
So everybody has. I don't know what this is.
I'll
Don't drink it. Don't drink it.
I'll check later. Let's just put them away for now.
Okay.
Do you want to tell your buddy over there to go check out down the tunnel, or do you want to have him sit here? What do you?
I mean, down the tunnel would probably be a good idea because he could
That
alert us of something, and I've got probably approximately like 40 minutes left with him, so.
You could send him off while we look around, and he could be possibly dealing with whatever problems down there while we look.
Okay. And Rak'Shata's just enamored by looting, and forgets that she's controlling this giant being. And she's like, oh, and then thinks to herself, go down the tunnels and find any danger. Alert me with Big Bang. Like boom, boom, and I like mimic, or
You
then I
the
flash
knot.
the image of him doing the.
Okay. After the command leaves your mind, it's just sort of standing there facing the three of you guys. And then it starts slowly sinking into the ground.
That's so creepy. That's so creepy. And I'm just like. And then I'm like, good job. We'll see you soon, maybe.
After about a minute of just getting, everything in that room turned over, you guys are back in the cavern, sort of deciding which way to go, and you just hear boom, boom, and then a series of loud bangs coming from the side of the tunnel that leads deeper down.
Oh,
He's got it going.
okay.
He's got it. We can check. Let's check one more room, and we'll head that way.
Okay, sounds good. Let's make it quick. But first.
The next room over, I guess, would be.
The other wooden doors directly across from the one that you guys were just in.
Yep.
All right.
I'll let Rhonda check it.
This one is locked.
Oh, Berg, please, my very, very feeble hands could never dream of doing something so thievish. Please, I need an expert.
The response.
Oh no.
He's still
Oh, yeah,
upstairs. He's guarding that blue.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who was what, or Mondo doesn't know who was what when, so he kind of gets sad, and he's like, okay, I'll do it. And I'll do a spectral lockpick.
Alrighty.
While he's doing that, I give Rattle the Minotaur horn. The one that
Or first, I'll check for traps, rather, just to be
Okay.
safe.
Thank you for clarifying before you rolled.
Oh, with a natural one, cleanest lock I've ever seen.
I mean, hey, you don't see any traps.
No.
Oh, that
Oh,
was the trap search.
but to
Never mind.
unlock it would be a 19.
A 19, you're sort of fiddling with it for just a second, then you're like, holy shit, this is easy. You just turn it slightly, it pops right open, and shove it open. Inside this room is another bed, but there's a bookshelf. It's got several books on it. Other than that, there's a small table that's set with some nice looking china and a teapot.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to open the portable hole on the floor, and I'm going to put every book on the shelf in there.
Okay.
So that Scribe Mondo can add it to Mondo's library.
You open it up, tilt the bookshelf slightly, everything just sort of falls into it. Do you keep the shelf as well?
Nah, we don't need a shelf.
That would be so funny if we got the shelf in the mansion, and then when the mansion closed, just a fucking shelf coming down on us. It's fuck.
Yeah, we did lightly, but I guess I'm gonna check under the bed for another little hidey hole.
I'll put away the china in the bag of holding.
Okay. You stow, Mondo stowing away the china as you check underneath the bed. Investigation check.
13.
No little secret compartments on this area. You run your hand across. There's nothing suspicious or anything.
Oh man, I don't see anything under here this time, Mondo.
Yeah, that's okay. There's no closets or anything like that, or.
There's a painting hanging on the wall.
Ooh, is it a nice painting?
Yeah.
What is it? Like if you. Have
The painting itself appears to be a rendition of the Skyloft in Sharn.
Oh.
It's just like a floating terrain holding up several large towers at dusk, with the Dagger River painted in the background, cutting
Wow,
through the
That's
landscape.
beautiful. How big is it?
It's about, I'd say, 15 by 20
Feet?
Inches?
inches.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna say feet. I'm like, holy, that's a fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mondo. I can see that glint in your eye. I know it when you see that you've always been fond of fine art.
I would like to put this back at our actual keep now. I think that would be a beautiful rendition.
I asked him to tie the rope of climbing around the painting to gingerly lever it into the
Portable.
hole.
You putting it on top of the bed or mattress. That's
Yeah,
down
yeah,
there.
for the
Yeah.
mattress still in there. Yeah.
Now there's just a mattress covered in books.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't even been thumped. They were just been like.
Yeah. I mean, they're not stacked neatly, but there are some books strewn across the bed.
Not to make you describe too much, but the frame it's in, is it?
The frame is relatively simple. It's not like gold filigree or anything. It's just a silver frame that's sort of beveled. So you know how like the base of the frame would be like this, and then there's like a curved part that comes up like that, and then it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is a beautiful piece.
I immediately look at the wall where we took down the painting.
I mean, it's slightly less dirty than the rest of the room.
Okay. Can I feel the wall just in case for any like lumps or?
No.
Okay. Never know with these things.
No wall safe here.
No. Secret compartments everywhere.
You know what? What's your Arcana?
My Arcana's amazing. It's a +6, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It's
That's a
pretty.
very
It's
Mondo.
pretty stellar.
As
Say it in
you're
Mondo voice.
as you're lowering this painting into the portable hole, you get like a faint magical waft coming up. You're just like, there's fucking magic in there.
Magic finger.
Or a magic book.
Oh, so I just have it generally
Yeah.
for magical mattress.
Magical bed frame. Magical pillows.
So many jokes I could make right now, but I'm not going to.
Oh god.
Alright.
Well, but yeah, I don't know what it's coming from in there. I'll check it out later.
The loud bangs coming from the open end of the tunnel have ceased.
Oh.
Oh, okay. And that was everything in that room. Wait, I need to go back to the other room because I didn't grab the armor.
He gave you the armor.
Oh, but I don't think we specified if I grabbed it or not.
Oh, well,
True.
I mean,
can't remember.
I'll
You didn't give me
say
a card or
before you
something.
guys checked out this, you would have put the armor either in the bag of holding or tried to put it on.
Well, let's just say that it's in the hole too.
Okay.
For now.
With the stand, it makes it look like they're laying in the bed. Like,
Yes.
Oh man. The fuck, man?
it's a possum.
Oh.
An imposter.
I rue the day where I open the door like that fucking possum comes in and starts eating the cat food.
And you don't notice because you're blind and old.
Right, you're like,
Just like that commercial with the lady that was like kitty kitty and like let her grab her in her
Oh,
house.
yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be us.
Yeah. Alright, so did you put the armor in the bag of holding?
No, in the hole of holes.
Portable hole. Okay. Hole of holding. Alrighty, you guys are at the point where you've cleared out everything in this room as well.
Sweet.
All that's left is the iron door and the deeper reaches of the cavern itself.
Where Earthy Boy is.
You assume.
Okay, well,
we can go back and check, or we can head down where he is with you.
is the iron door just like a way upstairs?
We don't know.
We don't know.
You haven't opened it.
Okay, I'm gonna check the last door. I'll check it for traps. It's
Alright,
iron.
investigation.
Do some back trick.
9.
9.
Not one that one.
Seems like a super sturdy door. Doesn't look like it was too terribly long ago that it was built here.
Okay, can I open it?
Yeah, you tug on the door. It's locked.
Orlando, would you like to try and pick this lock? It doesn't seem trapped.
I'll give you some lock picks you can try.
Oh, okay. What is that? Sleight of hand?
Dex, I believe.
I mean, you're not proficient with lockpicking tools, so you would just roll and add your dex.
Plus 1 dex. Oh, 19.
19. You're
Was it first for everything?
you're using those spectral lock-picking tools, and you're sort of getting really close to the lock, and your dark vision helps you see the mechanical internal workings of the lock a little bit better, so you get it pulled open. As soon as you open the iron door, there's a log that comes down and
Ooh.
slams into your chest, throwing
Oh.
you back into the wall
Shit.
on the opposite
I
side.
checked the
You
traps!
sure
Not
did.
well.
That was a 19! What else am I supposed to do?
20.
God damn it.
Alright, so that
Damn.
you got 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's really hurt. Ugh.
I was just
Get
looking at Rak'Shata. Holy shit. What the fuck? I didn't know people still did that shit.
Well,
You
wait.
know what? That's actually that's pretty fucking unique. People.
Old habits die hard.
You think that with my cat-like reflexes I Expected that.
You were very proud of yourself for picking that lock. It was a complicated lock, but you got it.
Yeah, I got it in the friggin' chest. My boobs hurt. My cat boobs.
Your teats.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna crawl underneath.
the log's just hanging there now.
It's not still swinging.
No.
Is it by a chain or a rope?
Rope.
Oh, classic.
And this wood is very familiar to you guys. Has a similar aroma, color, and texture to many of the trees that were in the burnt wood.
What the?
In the what wood?
In the burnt wood.
That's where the flame keep was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
That's very interesting.
The thing smells familiar. I don't know if you can smell it.
I'd say so. It's yeah. Yeah, it's weird. You got that ashy smell. But what the fuck is it doing all the way over here?
I don't know. I guess we need to delve deeper and get through this passage. Is there a room behind it, or is it just?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is it pitch black in here?
Yep.
I know we have dark. Is it just me and Rak'Shata in here?
Rattle's with you guys.
Rattle's quiet.
Oh yeah. I thought you were still popping locks.
Those of you with dark vision can see inside this room. The floor is wet.
Ew.
With a.
Oh no! I'll finish your description first.
The floor of this room is wet, and it smells strongly of iron and blood.
But we can't really see in color, and knowing that Rattle can't see at this point, I'm gonna bring up some light for us.
All right.
Oh no, I have dark vision.
Oh yeah, because you're past.
Yeah, double sight.
But still, just because we can't tell the difference in colors, just to make it safer for us, I'm gonna bring up some light, I guess.
Rak'Shata's already she's been holding her nose since she started smelling it because she recognized it immediately.
Okay. As Mondo brings up the prestidigitation lights, you guys see a dimly illuminated torture room with a wrought iron chair bolted to the floor with manacles on either side. There's a body currently occupying it and two other corpses in the back corner of the room. There are several different torture tools within the room itself, as well as cages that are bloodied that seem to in the past contain small violent animals just from the slight bend in the cage bars themselves. You're welcome to take a look around.
I'm not sure if I want to check this place out. Mondo.
This is fucking disgusting.
Just roll a quick perception check, everybody.
The man in the middle, is he alive?
No.
So I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, no fucking way. 12.
12.
No.
Damn.
Friggin' 9.
18. You two are just in absolute disgust. There's a very old layer of viscera on this room, but the topmost layer you guys recognize it's fresh blood. The person in the center of the room, not the two corpses off to the side, is a fairly recent kill. Rattle, you are the only one that notices a book on one of the sets of cages off to the far left next to the two corpses. Do you walk over to it? You pick this book up. There is a silver filigree name over the cover of the book. It just says Ghent.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Okay. Are you going to leaf through it at all while y'all are in here, or are you guys just moving out? Rattle brings you this strange looking book, sort of somewhat bloodied, but mostly clean.
Just take it. Once we get somewhere safe, we'll check this out. I'll put it up for now. Well, I look at least the first page, just to be.
You see several cantrips. This is a spell book belonging to whomever Gint may have been.
Thank you, Rob. Okay, I'll have to focus on this later. This is fucking disgusting, and I'm gonna drop down our light instead of using all 3 of the available ones to create a big light. I'm gonna drop 2 of them so we can get some good smell underneath our noses.
Okay. The air around you guys just sort of sweetens a bit, and your noses forget the smell of blood and crimson, even for a moment.
I guess we keep going. Is it like a corridor? Or?
This torture room is just one solid room. It's the same size as the rooms that had wooden doors, but it's a pretty terrible sight. Outside of here, you can continue down the cavern, or you can make your way back to the entrance.
Okay. Rak'Shata just kind of turns away from all of it and just bolts out of the door and towards the corridor and says, "I need to get some air and we need to find him. We need to find our friend. We don't have much time." And I just run. Not full speed, but just,
running
away from the
towards
nasty
the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Let's leave that big fella to it, huh? Let's get the fuck out of here. If you want to.
Yeah, that sounds like the best idea.
All right, if that's what you guys want to do, you all get out of the torture room and make your way back over to the entrance.
Making sure to grab any of the crates that are right adjacent to the...
Like on the walls lining
Yeah.
the cavern? Okay, there's a large crate, 2 small crates, and 2 medium crates. The medium crates can be taken with effort from one person. It would take them a while to get it by themselves. 2 people could take a larger medium crate rather quickly together. One of you can carry probably both of the smaller crates at once.
Thinking about quickness here, would the 2 small ones fit in the bag of holding? Would that be manageable?
It'd take you a little bit of time.
Wait, okay, so how many pounds do you think the bed is in the portable hole?
Maybe 50 total with the box spring mattress and frame.
Yeah.
The fresh blood, did it come from the person, in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. And, we don't know where our elemental disappeared at.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I could get a mental image from him if they don't look like that. And if he turns on us and he's down there fucking shit up, I'm not fucking our faces up. So, do you reckon I could fit most of the stuff from the crates in the portable hole? Because there is not a limit on how much it can hold. Not a weight, at least. It's just 10 foot wide, or 10 foot deep, 6 foot wide.
I was sure there was a weight limit, but okay. Yeah.
It says no matter what's in it, it weighs next to nothing.
Alright. So yeah, you
Hi, Bar.
with help from everybody, trying to unfurl it as fast as you can, just using Prybar and having them just sort of chuck this stuff into the portable hole. With the size of the crates and everything that's already in the portable hole, one of the corners of the crates is sticking up over where the actual hole is, so you can't quite get it folded right.
Okay, so, well, I didn't want to the biggest crate, or which crate is the one that's sticking out?
Medium-sized crate on top of a small crate in one of the larger crates.
Okay, I'm gonna take the medium size out, and I'm gonna take the contents out and put them in there instead of the whole crate.
Excuse me. While you're doing this, you manage to get the medium-sized crate pried open outside of the portable hole. The banging is quieter, but it has resumed from the opposite end of the tunnel. You pry it open, and there are more dragon shards inside, and 3 pieces of fine gold ore, and 2 pieces of iron ore.
Okay. All 5 just go in
Okay.
here. So 3, 5.
What didn't make it in?
Hmm?
Or what didn't make it into the portable hole?
The crate itself.
Or no, I'm talking about, like, did almost all of them except for that crate make it in? Or what?
Yeah, basically that was the only one sticking out over the level for the portable hole, so she took it out, popped it open, grabbed all the stuff that was inside, and then left the empty crate.
Okay. So then 2 small crates and then 1 large crate. That we need to check later. Okay. Oswald, do you think you got what you came here for? Is that
You
the
guys
next
are
thing
still
you
in the
said?
cavern.
Oh wait.
Oh wait, he's
No,
with you.
yeah.
Duh. Yes, I'd say this is a pretty good haul. Your friend down there seems to be having fun.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Also, how do we get paid? That's really.
Yeah, we should probably talk about payment elsewhere, away from, the scene of the crime.
How far is this away? Let's get it the fuck out of here.
Well, with that machine I saw you on earlier,
Fuck.
perhaps half a day's travel?
Oh,
Trying to get you right too now.
come on.
Fine, let's go.
Alright, you guys all start running towards the end of the cavern. You make it back to the entrance. The ruins seem a lot more ruined after you guys were done with them. Everything's pretty fucked up around here. Some aspects of it are still smoldering from the fireball, and the sacred flame minotaur skull is still burning. Yeah, you guys make your way out and around the side where Grampton initially dropped you guys off, and yeah, you're there just waiting for a bit.
Did Berg already make quick work of anything that would have been left in the ruins?
Of course.
Good.
Alright. I guess we get to the ship then.
Yeah, we just.
You guys are standing where the ship was and waiting.
I'm checking the map.
Alright, you pull up the map, and Grampton and Bentley's dots are on the opposite side of the mountain range.
We have to go around.
Or, you signal.
Yeah.
What was the
I can-
signal? We didn't give a signal. Did we?
No,
Huh.
not at all.
Sure didn't.
Yeah, I mean, second. No, that wouldn't. I'll fly up 60 feet, and then I'll do a second level magic missile into the sky.
Okay. Mondo just sort of flaps his wings, rockets up out of off the ground into the air, points his wand up, and then 5 royal blue darts of energy just erupt out of his wand and scatter in separate directions, heading seemingly unceasingly into the sky.
Hopefully he was paying attention.
As you
Surely a sound.
as you sort of glide back down, check the map. The marker for Grampton and Bentley is currently moving towards you. Yep. I need to check something real quick.
Need to go back to the mansion and search all this shit.
Absolutely.
I want to see what this armor set is too.
So, while you guys are just sitting there for a couple minutes, roll perceptions.
Oh, it's decent. 17.
24.
Oh shit.
15.
15. All of you guys sort of see way off in the distance in the sky. You're just sort of scanning the horizon. There's this really thin white cloud that just keeps growing horizontally across the sky. Just continues expanding while one end is sort of dissipating.
What the fuck?
Do you see that thing moving in the sky?
What kind of cloud is that?
Could it be another airship?
Oh dear. I would hope not. Oh dear. Is it moving towards us very quickly?
It's not moving towards you at all.
Oh.
It's sort of moving across the horizon as you see it. You can't tell if it's currently headed like away from you or towards you from this perspective because it's so far away it just looks like a horizontal line. Binoculars, you pull up the binoculars. You're trying to like match the speed with it to get a clear view and adjust the zoom at the same time. Just roll perception with advantage this time.
17.
17. Takes you just a little bit to match the speed just right and get the focus correct. You see a very clear image of a construct flying across the sky with jets of fire erupting from its shoes and
No fucking way!
the soles of its feet sort of glowing red from the heat, propelling it forward. There's a sort of thin refraction of light around its head from where you can see it's broken the sonic barrier.
Just hollering. Trying to. Who's nearest to me? Because I'm sticking them on the binoculars.
They're both beside you, just
Absolutely.
sort of checking it out.
Go over to Rattle. Come on, Rattle. And I try to my best.
You have to
Point
sort
out
of
to it.
adjust the size of the binoculars just a bit to compensate for the beak, and after a bit, you do get it set right, and passing around the binoculars, you guys all see what he's trying to show you.
It's him! It's him! He's. How far do you think that is? That's so far away, but what direction is it coming from? Like, I know it's on the horizon, but like.
From where you guys are standing and facing, it would be going north.
It's going towards the north. Is that where Sarlona would be? Or is that to the south?
Neither.
Okay. I don't remember.
It's okay.
I haven't memorized the maps yet.
It's fine, baby.
But, this is a good solid lead. I look at Berg and I'm like, put the binoculars and I point.
Oh shit!
What
we do? Should we try and get its attention?
Oh dear.
I'm not sure we can take on something like that right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a problem, but it seems. I mean, it seems pretty pertinent that we know his direction right now. So we can maybe guesstimate where he's going to go and plan around it.
I have no idea where the thing's been. How am I supposed to know where he's going if I don't know where he's been?
Wait, can you see it on the map now? Since you've seen it on the
I think it was established before that I couldn't. So
It was a good try, though.
yeah.
It's always good to keep stuff like that in mind because it's super useful capability of that map there.
yeah.
Intelligence checks.
Sure.
From whoever wants to make them.
11.
15.
12. Rak'Shata, you're not really too sure about it because you don't really like the design of such things. But based on the way that Mondo was describing that weird half binocular short bow thing, crossbow thing, science stuff, that it may, with some difficulty, be able to at least land a shot from this distance.
Holy shit!
With difficulty, but it would work.
Well, wait, okay, but we gotta be on the ship. We're still waiting for Grampton, right?
Yep.
How about this little Christmas light bulb?
Zzz, zzz.
Wait a second, guys. We could use that new great bow that Grampton put on the airship and see if we could hit it. But I don't think we can hit it from this distance, of course. But if we got closer to it, what time of day is it now? We haven't even asked that.
It's about 4 p.m.
Yeah, we could do that.
We could try and hide in the night.
But then we would be doing what we said we wouldn't do earlier, and that's attempt to fight this thing without Xandris holding accountability for his part. And we have no way of contacting him.
Can you pull up Zandy on the map? Is he still in Sardona?
Sure. Let's see.
His name is still just above the continent of Sarlona. There's no blip, it just has his name above the continent, and the continent is sort of waving with static interference.
I'm looking at the map You dummy, you think you have leads on things that you know, but you don't. He's a big know-it-all doo-doo thunderhead. Don't like him. But I don't want this Warforged to do perhaps wreak as much havoc as Xandris could. If it's really big, if he is scared of it, then we should probably be scared of it. That's what my reasoning.
That's a very fair observation.
What do you guys want to do?
At this point, Grampton, well, not Grampton himself, just a giant Grampton blimp, like hovering over you guys' airship is sort of cresting over the summit of the mountain closest to you and is beginning its descent. Rope still hanging off of the edge.
Beautiful purple silk. Okay. We've got to get at least 60 feet up, right? 75 feet says as far as we can go.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. I don't think I could boots of haste myself jump, could I? Unless I could try and run up, side of the mountain.
I mean, if you get a running start to a high jump, you would do better on your jump, but
I don't think I could do 60 feet at least.
No.
You said it was 75-foot drop the last time.
That was from the walkway of the airship to the ground. The rope covered that distance.
Oh, and he's around front now since we defeated everything, so it's easier for him to get to us.
You guys walked to where he dropped you off last time, which is just around the side of the
Okay.
ruins.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put Berg in my baby saddle, and I'm gonna hook it up, Buttercup, and then I'm gonna run up the wall. I'm gonna run up the wall in a full sprint, not boots of haste, but I'm gonna just claw up because my run speed is 20, or my climb speed is 20.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna like pounce off the wall and grab the freaking, or attempt to grab the Robocon.
Alright, yeah, dexterity. Actually, acrobatics.
Both plus one, so. Ooh, 3.
3.
I bust my face over.
You start trying to run up the wall, and your feet slip in place 3 times, and you gain no height, and then you try and jump off, and you're just like 2 feet off the ground, and you miss the rope there. But now you're in front of the rope as it's hanging down in front of your face.
Okay. Just grab it.
Okay.
Start climbing up, army style.
You start climbing up the rope.
Like with the knots.
Mm-hmm.
Or imagining that there's knots there, but like having my cat toes like wrap around it.
Sure. Yeah.
Get all the way up.
It works. You get all the way up
That's
the
an
rope
epic
and
fail.
onto the walkway. You guys follow suit, I
I
suppose.
fly up. Mondo's a whole lot better at coming down ropes than he is going up them.
Yeah, so Mondo flies up there, and you're climbing normally.
Different campaign.
How far is the roar hold?
The roar holds, you guys are still technically in them.
Okay. How far is us from the teleporter that Xandros mentioned?
Sorry. About 30 miles.
Frodo climbs up the rope.
Alright. So you guys, after a short period of time, you're all up there with Grampton and Bentley inside the cabin. Bentley sort of wagging his tail and rubbing up against you guys, sort of making his way to greet you and lick your wounds and tend to you guys and stuff. Vigo is sort of just chilling in the back of the airship, just like lays down and takes a nap.
Would
We didn't find his shit.
still with manacles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
manacle's
he's
still
still-
attached to his wrists.
Yep, we didn't find anything. We didn't find his shit.
He went and found his shit, but he couldn't find the key to the
Damn.
manacles.
Okay.
He's got his pack and his axe on his back and
Okay.
all that.
Crampton, do you see that thing? I point towards the Warforged, and I give him I put the binoculars in front of his eyeballs.
Oh, this is incredible!
Just look.
I'm trying to. My cataracts are being uncooperative, you see. Ah, yes, the the cloud out there, yes.
The cloud.
He's rather fast moving, isn't he?
It's not a cloud. It's the Arion, the thing that Xandros was after. I know you don't.
Oh, shit!
I know you don't give a shit about Xandros or his motives or whatever, but I came to the decision that we maybe should go after it and take care of it because it could hurt more people than Xandros ever could. If Xandros is scared of it, we should be scared of it, Grams.
Well, I suppose if we can knock that poor sucker down and keep him out for a little bit, I might be able to do some work.
That's what I think too.
That sounds like a great idea. Now, mind you, I do not know how Rattle is feeling within his magical pool, but we drained a lot of energy on what we just did earlier.
Yes.
We do have to take that into it. If you guys still feel like we we can do our best, Grantham, but I just do want to say that as a prerequisite.
All right. Well, I say if we track him using that cloud, we could probably try and find where he lands by nightfall. Hover around and get some rest and ambush that bastard.
Or I could get us closer so I could man the ship while everybody else rested. Cause I'm alright. I didn't use any spell slots. I could use cure wounds on myself to heal.
Don't work too hard now, but it is appreciated.
Well, you've been working hard too. You've been keeping the airship upright and taking care of Bentley in itself is it's very difficult.
He's a delight. I'm a delight.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the bathroom. I'm sure it's kind of hard to land and use the potty, or let him use the potty.
They're both sort of nodding slowly.
Yes, of course.
I ruffle his ears, and I take the reins of the airship, and I tell Rattle and or I give Mondo the portable hole for now to like open up and search after he takes a nap.
Yeah, I guess I'll go into a full trance before I do anything.
But before all of you rest, I thought I'd have Mindo come in here and show you what he's got.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mendo, you've worked on
Yes.
this before?
He sort of stands up. Seems a little bit shinier than the last time he was on.
Yeah.
Walks to the middle of the cabin. Just starts doing a little tap dance.
Yeah.
There's like some
Yeah.
faint music coming from his little antenna.
Woo.
He's just like,
Oh,
That
that's
is
so
amazing.
Cute. You are a genius.
Yes. Yes.
Sure!
Oh, Gramps, you're such a delight. And I just tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, you can go work on him some more if you'd like. I'm gonna take the reins. And I go north.
Best vacation ever!
He's sort of sitting in a corner, tinkering on Mendo a little bit. What were you wanting to do?
So I'm gonna go trance, but I'm gonna look at Grampton. So, your wife.
What about her?
Do you not miss her?
I do.
We could have picked her. She could have came.
She constantly chided me about not having friends. Spending time with my friends. I'm sure she'll understand.
I surely hope that she will. Where was she staying, by the way? Because you spent a whole lot of time in your office.
Back in Jean, of course. House Lybrandar set up lodging for her quite some time ago whenever my dragon mark first appeared.
Interesting. So, family of people who are also dragon marked are catered to?
Depending
houses?
on status.
Well, I guess it makes sense. You did have a fair share of holdings and the
Mhm.
lightning rail and things, so.
Diplomacy holds a lot of power, especially in places like Sean.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's very informative, Grampton. Thank you. I just start
Yep.
steering away.
You take the reins and steer towards the cloud trail left by Arion, and at this point, you guys all, you're worn more than you expected from this last venture. continually encountering new allies and seeing very awful things and torture and despair and violence, and at the same time finding beautiful things such as unlikely allies and friendships and locales and locations along the way. What?
We forgot that Oswald was on the ship, and we didn't introduce him to Grant.
No, he was just watching Mindo dance.
What?
What the fuck? But yeah, he's there, just sort of waiting for negotiations to proceed. But you guys are you're set for a little bit. What would you like to do with your downtime as you're tracking it?
I'm just keeping my eyes on it.
I'm tranced.
Tranced. Are you going to sleep?
No, I'm gonna look through Mondo's things.
Okay.
Nice.
Sort of go through Mondo's stuff while he's like tranced right next to you.
I'm looking for that book that I gave him.
Oh, the spell book. Mm-hmm. So you managed to find the slightly bloody spell book with the name Gent written on it. You just leafing through right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a wizard's spell book. Contains the different incantations and materials required for certain spells, and then the spells are detailed therein. There are several interesting ones, but none of these are spells that you believe that you would be able to cast without consulting your patron first. But yeah, that's about all you get from it. There's no like non-arcane writing in the spell book itself. It's entirely spells.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put that book back in Mondo's backpack.
All right.
And I'm gonna take a nap.
All right. You guys are napping away as Grampton tinkers on a couple new things that he's working on at the moment. Let me roll stealth for Grampton real quick.
Okay. Didn't you be watching?
Yeah, Oswald is just sort of shadowing you at the controls.
I feel his eyes on the back of my head. It's creepy. Rak'Shata angrily twitches her tail.
Oh my god, man.
Can't find his stat line. That's how you print it out.
It just won't load because his phone sucks. Alright, there we go. Oof. Grampton walks over to Mondo's stuff while you're messing around with Mondo's stuff. Starts digging around in the bag of holding, trying to be quiet, keeping his eyes on Mondo the whole time. He's
Just to
sort of...
set the scene, I'm semi-conscious.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know. That's what makes it so
everybody,
funny.
I'm going to give them 10 seconds in the bag before I react. Rattle got out before that time.
After about 8 seconds, Grampton begins pulling the stock of the shotgun out of the bag.
I'm going to fucking react.
Okay.
I'm just going to, my eyes just pop open from their squint, and I just grab his old arm.
Oh, dear Lord!
Listen,
Yes?
When Rattle does it, it's quirky. Alright? You were in there for 2 seconds longer than you were supposed to.
My
If you want
apologies.
something, ask. And I slap his hand.
Oh, fine. I want to mess with the gun.
You could have just fucking asked me. Why does everyone always feel the need? I'm gonna fucking trap this thing, and one of you's gonna get your hands blown off.
I'll
Damn
just
it.
make a better one.
You can I believe you, but you can, if you're gonna do something cool with it, do it. But why while I'm sleeping? Why?
I really just want to see what would happen if I cut a couple extra, inches of steel off of the barrel of this thing.
Well, that would probably look utterly awesome here.
Takes it from you.
So,
Walks off with it.
I put the tiny bit of dragon salve that we have left for my neck, and I put it on his hand.
Thank you.
Because you know he needs to get that dragon mark. Not just on his head, on his hands. Oh, not his. Wait, where's his located? Is it on his arm?
I believe his is on the center of his back. Like between his shoulder blades up here.
But he's got ashy scales and hands.
And I think that is where we're gonna wrap up the session tonight, guys.
Okay. Now. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
That was a heavy session.
Oh.
A lot of shit went down for sure.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check us out on YouTube for prior and past streams, so you know what's going on.
What'd you say the